Welcome back to another episode of Rounds of the Knights Table. I am Jim.
I am Eric.
And today we're going to talk about Upgrade. Upgrade, directed by Leigh Whannell, who is also the writer of Saw. We were undecided about movies this weekend. American Animals looked good, but it didn't come here. Action Point didn't look good.
It's a Johnny Knoxville movie.
It's a Johnny Knoxville movie, and I grew up loving Jackass. Upgrade, which didn't look good to me either, and Adrift with Shailene Woodley. It looked like a bait movie if I've ever seen one, a bait date movie. But this movie, man, it really caught me by surprise.
Yeah.
Logan Marshall Green, starring as Tom Hardy, starring as Gray, who is like kind of an old school guy, and they never specified what year this was set in, I don't think.
I don't think it did.
But it was definitely in the future. It looked good for a movie that was on a $3 to $5 million budget. Gray and his wife, Asha, are called to this guy's house.
He's like delivering a car he fixed up to this guy.
And she works for this other tech company, or Cobalt, not to be confused with Cobalt Tools or whatever that shit you find at Lowe's. This guy that they're delivering the car to is the head of this.
The really big tech company.
The real
vessel.
They're on their way home, and all of a sudden their car malfunctions. They get robbed.
It was staged to be like a robbery.
Yeah. Anyway, they shoot her. They don't shoot him.
You hear something that sounds like a shot.
It just was like a medical tool or whatever that they used to paralyze him. So the guy from Vessel had created this thing that looked like a cockroach called STEM. So he gets it put in on the hush. Only the doctors and
like he had to sign an NDA and everything.
This detective, Cortez. Of course,
yes.
There's always a detective Cortez.
Oh, yeah.
Played by Betty Gabriel. She's from Get Out. She's the one. Oh, no. And she's kind of looking for his wife's killer.
She tries to get him to help her, too.
Yeah.
And he's like, what can I do? I'm in a wheelchair. The detective sends him videos of what happened, and that's when Stem makes himself known. He's like, can I point something out?
He pops up like Clippy used to pop up on Microsoft Word.
How can I help?
But then they go to the guy's house.
Because Stem sees like a little barcode on his wrist, and it's like military. He can read it,
yeah.
Of course.
That's when the guy pulls the knife on him.
Stem, he's got a knife! Now we have a knife.
And he just like proceeds to beat the shit out of him. And then full on jokers him, puts the knife through his mouth.
He showed him how he got those scars.
There were many things that I liked about this, and not many that I didn't. With that, I mean, yeah, he's fighting this dude, and he's got like all the know-how, and it's Stem that's operating his body. So with that, he has the movements where he's very stiff, and he's just like, and I get it. But I don't know why, it just bothered me.
I was okay with his movements like that, because, it is Stem moving like that. It's supposed to be a little stiff and robotic. Logan really did that well.
Some of the dialogue was a little clunky, but I mean, and the acting wasn't that bad. I mean,
no, it was really good.
It was really good.
It really surprised me how good this movie was.
The guy, Aaron, he's the one who created STEM. He only had 4 bodyguards, and he's like the smartest human on Earth. And then you can just walk into his house. He's living in between 2 rocks. I felt like this movie is what Blade Runner wanted to be. Beautiful movie to look at. It kind of just was a little long, and I thought the bad guys in that movie weren't that good. And this had Benedict Hardy as Fisk, who was kind of like a creepy pedophile, and I'm not saying that because he had a mustache, a nicely groomed mustache like me. He wasn't a pedophile. No. Well, I don't know. I don't know his history.
He might have been on a side job.
He kind of reminded me of a lower level T-1000. Fisk's main goal is to...
He felt he was superior to regular humans.
Yes, that's what it is.
Because he's got all these upgrades.
You should feel honored to be in his presence. So after he's killed these other 3 guys in gnarly ways, the knife through the mouth.
Then the no-look slicing of
the no-look slicing of the dude's face. Oh, God. But then the guy with the gun in his arm, he's shooting at him. He's chasing him down the stairs. And he kind of gets away and pulls a fast one on him. And yoinks him up and blows his fucking head off. I thought the hacker they ran into was great.
The hacker formerly known as Jamie. Don't assume my gender.
The final fight for me between Gray and Fisk was kind of lame. It was kind of disappointing. These are upgraded humans. I was expecting a little more action, a little less conversation. So to
Well,
quote,
we see
to quote
Fisk.
Elvis, I mean, it wasn't Kill Bill, which was just the buildup of 2 movies and that lame fight. I thought that for 2 upgraded humans, 2 upgrades,
lamish.
it was a little lamish. It was short, and then at the end they go to Aaron.
Yeah, because he finds out that Aaron was apparently behind it all.
And when he goes down the stairs, there's just 2 guards there. And, they get into that final confrontation. And Cortez shows up. She had a chase with him.
Got in an accident. Thanks to Stim.
Found out from Gray's mother that he had this done. So she tracks him back to there. Pulls her gun on him down there as he's about to kill Aaron. But Gray's trying to fight him with his brand. And he warns...
Your mind will break. Your mind
break.
Can't take me.
He went to go shoot himself, but then he wakes up in a point where he was earlier in the movie with his wife, Asha. Seemed like they copped out, and it was all a dream, and nothing was real.
After so much goodness, this is what you're going to end it with? A dream sequence?
And then it snaps back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
He kills Aaron with the knife that he stabbed himself with.
And then he kills Cortez because Stem has completely taken over Gray.
Because he warned him that his mind would break if he went against him, and it broke. So he put him in a nice little box.
He said, he's in a happy place. He's where he wants to be.
And you find out that Stem was behind everything.
He's behind Aaron. Like, he's in charge of his corporation and all that stuff.
He's the one that set up the car crash in the beginning. He's the one that hired these guys to go after them, make it look like it was about the wife, but it's really about him. It's all about him.
Because when he showed up, he was like, that's it. I want to be in human form, and that's the one I want. And so he kind of just fucked up this dude's life to
see what it's like to be human.
Yeah.
It's not all it's cracked up to be. I would score this movie about an 8.6. It was really good.
I had this movie as an erect 8.2. It's one of the better movies that we've seen so far. Go check it out. Upgrade in theaters now. If you like the video, hit those thumbs up. Those are cool. Subscribe is even better. And comments are cool too. I love those. And that's Eric. He's going to wave you out. Why do you look at the camera?
She's the camera person.
Cinematographer. Give yourself more credit.
It's like calling a janitor a sanitation worker. Like
they're not
custodian.
My father was a sanitation worker.
I got the word
Watch
wrong.
your mouth.
Janitor, custodial arts. There's an art to cleaning up someone else's shit.
It's called bleach.